Hey guys, this is Chimera Elite bringing to you another Dogs of War gameplay. And this time I'm up against the Boogeyman, and I feel like I've played against him before. And this match, I'm not so much going to talk about my gameplay, but just kind of what's going on both sides and how well this guy plays against me. Because he plays a very good game in my opinion, and I might try out a variant of that in the future. Now, what he does is very good, and I'm still trying to adapt to this new, I guess you could call it, this new meta, if I really have to use a MOBA term. Now, I have, just from past experience, I always like to clump my units up and kind of just use them to punch a hole in his line. Or just move in one condensed clump, and then from there, move away and just spread out as needed. In this new game mode, that's, at least with the army that I was running right here, that really isn't an option. Here I'm just kind of checking out all his new abilities because I'm still trying to learn the game, this new meta and this new game mode. But what I should have done is spread my units out a little bit more, just for the one fact that I need to be able to pick up these elixir points. Now, in the future, I might be able to build an army that can just flat out tear the opposing army to pieces, and I might not have to worry at all about elixir points for the most part. But right now is not that time. So right now, what I need to worry about is rethinking my strategy to something that can actually compete against guys like this who focus actually and does a very good job. He's focused on one thing, and that is elixir points. He doesn't really care all that much about killing off my unit. He does a very good job killing off all my units, but he is focused on elixir points, and he has those gargoyles sprinting around the map, grabbing things, and for the most part being useful, being very useful. Now, I make a very big blunder here, and later on you'll see that I keep my Grave Guardian and my Fang Warrior locked up on the left by one gargoyle. Now, you'll see I have this guy run up to the left, and it's not a bad decision. I'm just trying to spread out a little bit, because I was trying to make decisions on the fly, and that works sometimes, sure, but in this case, in this exact moment, I shouldn't have been trying to do like 3 or 4 things at once, because at this point in these like early games, I still don't have, I have a grasp of what's going on, but I'm trying to still kind of juggle the idea of, do I want this, do I want this, do I want this, or do I want to kill all their units, do I want to grab all the elixir points, do I want to control all of the points while killing all their units? And I just have to juggle all those different possibilities and find one that works for me and just how my Wolfen army works. Now, if I'm able to do that, then fan-freaking-tastic. This guy does a fantastic job, and maybe he's figured it out already. Maybe he knows what he needs to do. But he just flat out, he doesn't, okay, yeah, he kind of destroys me. He does a very good job playing the objective and keeping my units locked down, doing what he can to just grab as many little elixir points as he can and keep all my units locked down. Because when you lock down, this map is fantastic for locking the Wolfen down, and I probably should have played it a lot better, but he played a very, very good game. And this commentary isn't so much what I did wrong or what I did right, but what he did right. And this is as much of a learning thing for me as it is for all you guys, if you are learning, or you're just watching just for shits and giggles. It's a learning experience for me too. And actually, one thing I'm going to point out right here, my Predator of Blood, he has an aura which is called Scourge Wounded. So if you're hurt, if you are hurt in any way, so if you have light injuries, you take 1 extra damage from all sources. If you have, essentially you get 1 more damage for literally every stage of wounded that you are. Now here, instead of having my my Fang Warrior, just kind of sit there and do nothing for the rest of the game, and having my Grave Guardian try to go around and help him, I should have had my Grave Guardian completely ignore what was happening there. I should have just said, you know what, you're probably dead. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to let you go, and you're gonna have to go off and do something else. I should have had my Grave Guardian run past and start to try to deal with those archers, because those archers, for the rest of this match, are a huge pain in my side. That's one thing I also need to work on as a Wolfen player. I don't do ranged all that well. Like, sure, I have a high dodge and everything, but I treat almost every attack coming from the enemy as an attack that will most likely hit. Now let me tell you why these attacks will most likely hit. I've been hit by just walking by a 40% chance and by a 17% chance, both in the same game. And maybe my luck was just terrible that day. Maybe I just sucked that day. But I take moving through occupied space and them taking attacks of opportunity at my guy who's moving by and who's within range of them. I take those very seriously, because me walking by, that's health that I could have used when fighting something that actually needed to get hit. And then again here, you can see he's got me locked down on the left side with that 1 golem. He's got me locked down on the right side with his hero and the other golem. Pardon me. Mind fart, come on. Gears are turning. Gargoyle, there we go. He has me on the left and the right, both locked down with a gargoyle, and on the right side he has a hero, and you can see he has 3 archers that are just kind of poking me constantly, dealing damage. That, in the end, will get me killed, just flat out get me killed. They've also changed how frightened works a little bit. I'm not sure I think I might have just forgot how things being frightened worked in the first game, before the patch. But you don't get out of frightened until the next turn, till the next full round of turns. So if you get frightened in the beginning, ooh, yeah, he's not gonna live. He does not live very long. Neither does my hero, because guess what? This guy can heal. This guy, I'm still trying to figure out his whole deal. And here, in a few seconds, you'll see what happens. No, I should not have used Master Strike here. I should have just dealt as much damage as I could. Not sure how he blocked 100% chance to hit, but hey, it happens. Shit happens, and shit happened to me, my friends. Shit happened to me. Now, this guy is still shitting his pants for whatever reason. I guess he failed his will check or whatever. But yeah, this dude doing a really, really good job just locking me down everywhere while still being able to grab all the elixir points and just constantly get ahead of me, both in the units that he has and the elixir points that he himself has gathered. Now, what I should have done here is taunt the guy, and then just run by and hit the archer. Just completely ignore the left side, but I make a grave mistake here and think that I can get rid of this gargoyle, and it will make things better. I should have been focusing a lot more on what my hero was doing and everything that was happening on the right side. Because the right side right now is where all the action's happening. That's where all the important units are gathered, and that's where shit's gonna go down. You'll see in the next few minutes that I get royally fucked over here. Believe me. Things do not go my way. And again, they kind of tickle, but hey. Yeah, I'm still being stupid, and I'm still staying around here, being all paranoid and shit. And I should have just attacked, and that was dumb of me. But yeah. This kind of shows you that nobody has good games every single time. I'm going to show you guys just about every single game that I play, whether it's a win or a loss. Because I want you guys to not only see that I like my learning experience, but I want you guys to learn from all the shit mistakes and all the shit moves that I make. Like you can see right here, I'm gonna get just destroyed on this battlefield. But I have a better idea now, looking back at it, than I did at the end of this fight. Right at the end of this fight, I was just like, God damn it, fuck. And I didn't have a whole lot to think about it, and I was kind of just pissed off. It's kind of the same as COD, and like no one, and a lot of YouTubers will admit to this, no one has good games every single time they play. And this here, actually, I'm just gonna shut up right here. You can see what this guy does. He actually has another ability that allows him to heal. Agony. Now, he heals the amount of damage. And again, the killed outright. Every single time that happens, I'm going to point it out. I got killed outright. That shit happens. That shit happens twice in this game. He gets 2 killed outrights in one game. I don't know right now, but for me personally, they need to figure out what they want to do with that. Did they just throw it in as a gimmick? Or were they trying to put some spice into the game? And I think that's just a dumb idea. Just flat out. That's a dumb idea. This game isn't about making it insane, trying to force things to be really exciting and everything. This game is about, admittedly, there's a timer running, so there's a little bit of stress. There's a bit of stress. But in the end, it's all about the decisions that you make and how well you can, and how well you can use the strategy that you've made. Now, going into this, I didn't really have much of a strategy. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go balls to the wall and see what happens. Now, admittedly, sometimes that works. Sometimes I can just tear the opposing army to shreds. And hey, for the Wolfen, maybe that's the best idea. But in going balls to the wall, you also have to be able to know how far is too far, and how you need to allot, and how you allot your units when you're going balls to the wall is let's just say that it's what keeps you from fucking up like I did in this fight right here. Let's just keep it at that and put it that way. Now, in a few seconds, you're gonna see what I meant by my Rampart of the Graves now. That's what this specific Grave Guardian type is called. Each one, I'm just going to call them by their old names, which is Grave Guardian or Fang Warrior. It's different for all of them, but again, soon, in a few moments, you're going to see this Rampart of the Graves get completely and utterly fucked up. He gets shot essentially through the back of the fucking head, and he gets dropped from 34 health down to 0 in one arrow. Sorry if I'm sounding like a broken recorder, but kill that right. Should they take it out, or shouldn't they? Honestly, like seriously, just comment in like down below. Send me a video rant of you telling me why it shouldn't be taken out. But here, right there, he had killed that right. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you really liked it, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Alright, and that's it. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.